Hey guys, galacticmarine501's slash jacksonwolfexia here. Sorry if I look tired, that's because I am. It is 11:33, and I'm taking a break from my planned night of playing nothing but Skyrim for the whole night in order to um, bring you a review of another two sets that I got for my birthday, actually. But first, let's send you back to the days of to the old Hero Factory days. Um, the first was Stormer, Preston Stormer. He was one of the original 6 Hero Factory heroes. Um, the only issue with this figure, in my opinion, was the hollow arm. I didn't like that very much. That was really my only problem with it, but other than that, it was a great figure, and I really liked I still really like it. Like, I'm actually thinking of getting an extra Stormer 2.0 and giving this guy sort of a 2.0 upgrade somehow. Like using as much of the armor as I can and like giving it a 2.0 shell on top of it. Just to give it the extra articulation and stuff. Mostly for the arms and legs. Speaking of Stormer 2.0, here's Stormer 2.0. He got more high-tech, more articulated, had more stuff. But you've seen these two. What could this... But what you haven't seen is the next generation. Stormer 3.0. These guys have the same frames as their 2.0 counterparts, except slightly more refined. And because of this, they're actually, again, if you count the rhino horn, just a tiny bit taller. But they also cut something out. If you remember, one of the only problems with the 2.0s were the fact that the helmets were they had a bit of an odd, well, no, I'm not going to say that. The helmets were fine. Actually, these guys are pretty much flawless. These are good heroes, and the next ones are good as well. But Stormer is based off of the Rhino, and I've built this guy straight out of the package. And the reason I clarified that, you'll find out on the next figure. I actually have 2 of these plus Raka XL. Raka, by the way, is the new hero. For some reason, they dropped Evo and kept Nex, but Evo just disappeared for this one, for this wave. Maybe he'll reappear in the next one, like Bulk and Stringer, but okay. Speaking of Bulk, he's the next one. But yeah, a very cool figure. He has one of the old villain chest plates on his arm, and just sort of to demo that, I don't know why, just cause. I guess to prove that it can be a chest plate. I can't get it off, it's the thing, and at this time of the night. Actually, you know what? I won't have to take the chest plate off because he's also got this giant shield, which is actually another set of the basic body armor on his shoulder. And I can just put this on there instead. See? That was how a few of the villains were in the Lava series, the Lava ones. And it looks good. It looks equally good on his arm. Now I have to say he definitely does sort of live up to the Rhino thing. He does have that extra bulk and stuff. Like it's a great figure. And then in the helmet you have the rhino horns, and he does sort of have a bit of the look of a rhino up in the helmet. And terrific figure if you're a fan of Stormer. And he came with a sticker. It's Hero Recon Team sticker, which the Recon Team was the 2.0s. And the Hero Recon... sorry. Specifically, the Hero Recon Team were the online things where you could get special heroes. But, yeah. On to the second hero. Okay, first off, let's give you sort of the chronology of him. Bulk. He started out in he was one of the original 6 Hero Factory heroes. However, he was dropped in the second wave. He did not make a 2.0 return. However, he has made a return with the 3.0s. And as my favorite animal of all time. I wonder what that could be. Hint, 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 hint. Sorry. Yeah. That was actually pure coincidence that I was actually wearing this shirt. But anyway, here's his 1.0 appearance. He, like Stormer, had this hollow arm. Not all of them did. Stringer was the only other one that had it. Furno, Breeze, and Surge. Yeah, those are the 3. God, I blanked for a second. They all had solid arms and weapons. They all had this style arm and then weapons. Oh. I'm gonna have to have a monster after this. But anyway, or a cup of tea. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. He was a great figure for the time. The Hero Cores, I actually like the Season 1 Hero Cores better. They just have that little extra flash to them. They're not solid like the new ones. And I mean, here, let's see. Can I implant an old style Hero Core into the new heroes? I mean, it's sort of annoying that they sort of drop the whole clear part thing. No, the peg is just slightly offset. That's a shame. I'm sad. But anyway, yeah, he did get sort of a makeover in a special editions set, in which he came equipped with special equipment to fight a specialized monster, or some type of villain. And here was that special equipment. The same head, like, if you take off this arm, which basically is Stringer's arm, then it's basically Bulk missing an arm. But he's got Stringer's cannon. Now, if it had been in silver, that would have been a little more fitting, but they gave it to us in the same black that Stringer had it in. But then he's got a jetpack as well. The same jetpacks from the Mystica series. And he's also got this wire which just loops under his chin and goes into 2 holes on his back. So he does have a slightly different appearance. I guess you could call this the 2.0 appearance, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe he didn't get selected for the mission, but did have some smaller mission that he had to complete while the others were working on the 2.0 mission in the lava area. So they gave him an extra gun and a jetpack, and that happened. But then he got sent to the wild planet, and like all of the heroes had a special animal that they were affiliated with. He got lucky and became my new favorite hero, actually. Or my new favorite figure in this line. Duncan Bulk, the wolf. The helmet, I have to say it trumps Makuta's mask, the red and black Makuta mask from Bionicle, as my favorite Lego helmet of all time. That's never been trumped by anything Hero Factory. This is my favorite helmet of all time. He's also got these claws on his arms, which, by the way, in the instructions they say to put them on like this. Hang on, I'll fix them up. Like this, but they can't store all the way is the only issue. Now you can get them a little further down over the hands, like so. Which, I mean, that does give it a little cooler of an appearance than this arm. But if you bend the hand slightly down on this arm, like you probably would for using claw, I would personally. Actually, I have a claw right here. Ah, got stuck. There we go. For a claw, I personally wield my claws like this. I know it seems kind of cumbersome, but it actually does give you a little more leverage with your wrist. Like you can spin it a little further if you want. That's funny. This one doesn't want to lock down. There. Yeah, this is just sort of a thing that I got for... I got this, actually I bought this at a costume store. One of the blades seems to be on the fritz. Okay, that's odd. Okay. But yeah, it still opens up. This one just got a little... Oh no, wait, wrong one. This one got a little messed up. I think the locking mechanism actually broke on it. At least the spring still works. But yeah, pretty cool claw. If you see one of these, you should definitely pick it up if you like claws. But yeah, and before I broke it, all of the parts did lock down perfectly. You gotta get it just the right order so they all lock together perfectly. You've got this nice sort of, I guess, compressed claw. But yeah, I guess that's... Why did I go into that? I don't know. Yeah, I like both appearances, actually. I think this one looks a little more natural. However, my jury rig here, does have sort of a good appearance. And it's actually a tad longer. And it can also fold all the way up, which is kind of helpful. I mean, if I need to do something that doesn't involve my claws, and I have to get them out of the way, which would you prefer? I think we all would prefer the one where they're sticking straight up instead of the one where they're sticking out. I mean, think about it. Cafeteria, walking along with your tray, knocking everything off as you walk past. This one, slightly more compressed. Still got a lot of stuff out there, but drastically less than this. And again, I guess you could go with your claw out for that situation. And if you really wanted, on this one, you could always... No, that wouldn't help at all. Nope, that would make it even worse. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely need something to help me stay up. But yeah, both of these are terrific figures, And if you want to have the claw able to go all the way back, that it's a simple mod. Just spin that part around. This is the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go down straight, but yeah. Definitely worth picking these two guys up, and also definitely worth picking up the rest of the Hero Factories 2 and 3 range. If you want to get the 2s, hurry, because they're probably going to be phased out like the 1s were. Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know, just in case you guys were wondering, and had that Hero Factory dropship that they had out for a while. Where is it? Those dropships that could hold the Hero Pods. The Hero Pods are still the same size and shape, so they can still be taken on by the dropship. And your heroes can still, if I can get them in here, they can still fit in to the drop pods. However, those big claws, the big weapon, makes it kind of difficult. However, if I try hard enough and make him look straight up, I can get him in there. There you go. And because I don't have and because I don't have Bulk's pod, can you tell it's late? And because I don't have Bulk's pod down here, I'm just gonna do it with Stormer's pod. Really, I have 16 minutes recorded. I guess my account was finally allowed for over 15 minutes, and they finally fixed the bug where this thing could only record 15 minutes. Well, sorry that this video is going long, but still. And in order to put Bulk into there, whichever claw formation you have on there, you're gonna wanna put his claws down, because they are gonna be closer to his body either way, and just sort of get him compressed as best you can, then just sort of squish them together. Keep squishing. You know what? I'm going to do it in the front so it looks a little more natural. So it doesn't look like he's got his arms painfully bent behind his back. There. And now let's insert him in. And he has to look straight up as well. However, that will make his problem even worse. There is, however, a medium in there, which you can get it flat, so, yeah. Probably could have been looking normally, because there is this part. But yeah, he can fit in there, too. So, you can still do it. You can still do the Hero Pod gimmick. Not as easily as these guys. These guys were kind of made to do it. These guys were shorter, much shorter, in fact, and they could just sort of go in, and they were, whatever pose you had them in there, like whatever angle you had anything at, they would always be perfectly in there, because they're shorter than the new guys. But the new guys definitely trump them with their articulation. So, yeah. This has been galacticmarine501's/JacksonWolfXia, and I will see you guys at the next review. And by the way, that review will either be Raka XL or something that I have not something that I have not foreseen, or the third set of the Halo armor sets that I got. Those are the ones that I'm collecting now. And by the way, I know what you guys are gonna ask. Aren't you a member of Blue Team? What's with all the Red Team stuff? If you guys like me are looking for the most armor possibilities for your buck, Red Team is the way to go. They're the only team that has this amount of customizability and their own mongoose in red. So yeah. I'll see you guys at the next review. I really wish I could get this on my vlog channel, because sometimes those do go a little long. And if somebody cares enough to watch them, whatever. But, yeah. I'll see you guys.